small chance to become tripped. So there's some good combos with this where like you go into like a multi-hit AoE and you can capitalize on that. And then by tripping or by triggering trip status, that flows into maim really well. So that's one of the combos I like to do is shout into like a whirlwind, which you'll see in a bit, into maim to do extra damage against targets that have procced that effect.
Yeah, these are feeling great. Wow, I do like the battle cry. That is like probably the most standard feeling, like, expected action on behalf of the fighter, some type of battle cry effect, and this one captures it well. I love that. That's cool. Okay, we saw Whirlwind back a while ago, and talk to me about what's changed about Whirlwind.
So Whirlwind is actually pretty close to what it's always been. It's an AoE channeled attack that ramps up in speed the longer you hold it. There's also a spec option on the right if you want to pick that gives a final upward swing at the end that has some additional bonuses to it.
Okay. So let's do it without the spec first. All right.
Ta gierka jest turbo
So it
dojebana.
exits out after essentially the spinning there.
Najlepsza gra.
Yep.
I'm out of mana. There we go.
Jakby to wyszło, to bym grał.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're also able to move during it, as you're seeing here. So it's pretty nice to be able to just kind of like use this while you're moving through a pack of mobs.
Got it. So let me spec now into the option that I could invest additional points into this particular skill if I wanted to give myself a finishing blow, essentially. Oh, nice. Okay.
So you get a big hit at the end. Also, you can stop this at any time. So you're seeing him do the full channel, but if it's like, oh, I want to, cancel out of it early. For like, let's say one thing I'll do from time to time is if I shake in enemies, and then this ability is kind of good at tripping enemies because it's hitting really rapidly. You might see a trip and you can cancel out of it into a maim early if you want to show off that combo.
Into a maim. Yep. Let's do it.
There you go.
Oh, nice. That's cool. That feels good. Let's see. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. All right, cool. Whirlwind feels good too. All right, Cataclysm is another one that we saw a while ago. What's changed with Cataclysm?
Yeah, a lot has changed with this one. It used to be like this big like hammer that would appear over your head, and then it hit like an AoE kind of far away from you. Overall, it ended up feeling a little awkward to use. We wanted to turn this more into like your big frontal AoE damage. So this is like the other end of the spectrum, like stronger than maim. It's just a big ultimate like AoE attack essentially. It's pretty straightforward.
All right, no additional spec options here. And by the way, for those of you out here, that are wondering about kind of how augments, even though we haven't seen a lot of augment work being done, a lot of this tech is foundational in applying these types of
Q3
spec
będzie jakaś
options,
alfa,
which
druga.
augments essentially are as
Q3.
well, but they can more radically change fundamentally what the ability is. So that whirlwind, adding an additional component to the ability, which is that climactic whirlwind essentially, could be considered functionally as an augment, an additional effect applied to the ability. Okay, let us showcase that new Cataclysm. Oh, that feels much better. Yeah, that's cool.
This is also another way to apply shaken to enemies as
Trochę
well.
taki...
It and Battlecry
Przypominają mi się troszkę takie vibe
back and forth between these interchangeably.
Runes of Magic.
You can change the direction here
Troszkę takie vibe...
Yep.
Czy nie wiem czemu ja tu Vindictusa trochę widzę.
I like that, obviously the granularity in that.
Vindictus trochę inaczej wygląda.
Yeah, it gives you a little more agency,
inaczej.
like you're not just locked in place. Because it is a full rooted ability, you cannot move during this. But being able to turn, like, gives you a little bit more, control over what happens as things might change mid-cast.
Jeżeli faktycznie
Yeah,
chłopaki
I
dopchną
totally
do
agree with
końca i tak naprawdę dopracują
And
ten
that's obviously
motyw,
something that, is a
że będzie
philosophy
można łączyć
and a
każdą
standard that's
klasę
taken
z
across
każdą
a lot
klasą
of
i
the classes
finalnie
as it
faktycznie
comes to,
będziesz,
like,
będziesz
rootability use and
miał
whatnot.
do wyboru aż
That freedom of agency,
64
that
klasy.
movement is core to kind of
Bo
the
to
melee
jest
experience
pojebane,
and
to
general
będzie
skill
tyle
usage.
zabawy z
All
łączeniem
right, next up we have
klas.
Rupture.
Yep, so this is an interesting one. It's a single target attack, and it puts a temporary debuff on your target where if they are moving, while that effect is on them, they will build up wounded stacks. We can talk about we can talk about the status effect in a moment here, but
Can we
at the
talk
end
about
of
the
it,
fact that he should have like literally 0 blood pressure remaining after rupturing that much blood? Oh
sure,
my god.
we can build in that mechanic. But also you'll notice at the end of it, he takes a big hit of damage, and the idea is that that damage will scale with how much wound they have on them. So this will have kind of some inter-synergy going on with itself, but also there will be other sources of wound that you could kind of synergize this with this for further for that big delayed hit at the end.
Wow. Okay, so the wounds are essentially these stacking debuffs that get applied. And that's going to, you said, decrease their healing received.
Correct.
And also increases damage taken from all sources?
From physical sources.
From physical sources, got it. Very cool.
Yep. And the more you build that up, because this is actually a stacking thing, it's not just like a single status effect. So the more you're wounding the target, the more and more debuffed their healing, incoming healing becomes. So it's one of those things where if a fighter is like on your target that you're trying to keep alive, you want to peel a fighter off that target, because the longer they get that uptime, the harder it's going to become to heal them up.
That's cool. That's awesome. Okay, love Rupture. Also love an insane amount of blood that's happening. Overpower. Talk to me about Overpower. What do we got here?
We talked about this one. This was the resource generator.
That's right. And that one doesn't have any additional spec options. The Rupture also looks like, did that one have spec options?
It does not, but if you go in, so you will see kind of to the right of Rupture, there are some things that it unlocks. Like below it, Maim actually. If you go to Maim and then to the right, there are some things over here that you get to unlock as well, which kind of synergize with Rupture. For example, Brutality allows you to start applying wound stacks through your weapon combos. So if you really want to lean into that utility,
yeah.
Like I'm a heal debuffing spec fighter, right? Like that's my thing that I do. You could go into this, and now your weapon attacks, in addition to generating momentum, are also applying wounds to the target.
Love it.
And then this one adds more wound specialization if you go down.
Oh wow, okay, so this gives Overpower and Brutal Cleave wound application.
Yeah, it's basically what it's kind of doing is it's tying your wounds to the way that you're normally building momentum if you want to kind of dual spec into both.
That's cool. Wow, that's strong. Okay, let's talk about this apparent crippling blow.
Yeah, sure. So Crippling Blow, this one's pretty simple. This is a standard single target snare. So a pretty common combo you'd use is like Blitz into a Crippling Blow if you're like getting on top of a target that's trying to kite you. Like if you're charging up on a ranger who's like the last thing they want is you in their face, like snaring them is gonna force them to maybe use a gap opener because they're not able to outrun you.
That's cool. So Crippling Blow is pretty strong actually, especially when it comes to PvP. I mean that's a pretty significant reduction in movement speed.
Yeah, it is single target, so you do have to choose wisely who you are snaring, but it's pretty nice to be able to just lock a target down, not like hard CC, but just make it easier to stick on top of them.
Very cool. All right, crippling blow, and then we have lethal blow.
This is another one of my favorites. This is the execute of the kit. It's single target as well, but the lower health they are, the harder it's going to hit. So this is really like you're trying to do as much damage with your other abilities as possible, and then when you get them like within that kill threshold, you're just gonna hit them with this, hope for a crit maybe, and you know, finish them off. Use it. There you go.
Oh my god.
This does have a couple spec options as well. One you kind of went over. If you kill them with that and you have the spec that resets blitz, you could immediately blitz again, even if it was off cooldown when you got the kill. But if you want to open your skill tree here, we can look at the other one.
Let's talk about it. And the sorry, crippling blow did not have any spec options, but lethal blow does.
Yeah, so a lot of the time, you know, I've played games where, you know, executes hit really hard, but you waste a lot of the damage, and it's like, oh, I saw a cool big number, but it didn't really do anything. It's kind of wasted. This spec option lets you make use out of that, so it turns any overkill damage into like health and mana return to you. The caster.
That's awesome. And you know what I love about that? It's at least as it relates to PvP, is that you do not have granularity insight to the opponent's hit points, so you're really rolling the dice if you want to maximize efficacy on this consuming lethal blow.
Yeah, that's how I've been using it a lot.
Yes.
Like sometimes I pull it off, other times I don't.
Love it. That's super cool. I like that interaction there. Okay, let's go up here. We got blood fusion.
Yeah, so kind of like that lethal blow spec we were using. This is another way for the fighter to get health and mana back to itself. That's kind of one way that the fighter sustains itself, because it's in the thick of things, right? It's a primary target.
Połączenia z
You
Summonerem.
gotta be in danger.
Jakiegoś
to do a
roga
lot
z
of what
Summonerem,
your kit does. And this
Mage'a może
is
z
like
Summonerem,
one way the
Archera.
fighter can stay in the fight. And if you pop this, it's a big
Że nie tyle,
cooldown,
żeby zaczynać z Summonerem na
but for the
pierwszej
next
klasie,
6 seconds, any
ale
damage you do will have a
żeby
percent
właśnie
return,
dokładać Summonera,
has health and
albo
mana
może
to
nawet
you.
i zacząć od Summonera
Okay. So let me...
i zrobić, nie wiem,
somebody use me for
Summoner.
like 500.
Ciekawe. Ogólnie te połączenia,
I don't wanna do it all at once.
coś takiego było właśnie w Runes of Magic, jak ja pamiętam kiedy ja w to grałem.
I am going to deal
gimnazjum.
some damage here to see how much
Bo
I get back.
za dawno temu.
Yep, so that last hit missed the window, but you got a good chunk from your other attacks. The value of this is super variable based on when you use it. So if you pop it in the right moment, you've got a lot of targets around you, you're like popping your AoEs, like this is going to get a ton more value.
That's cool. I like that. So it's an instant cast that can happen in the middle of any ability activation.
Right.
Nice.
You could like start your Cataclysm and then pop that right before it lands.
That's cool. That is super cool. Oh yeah, I see that. Okay, very nice. And I like the effect. The effect looks great.
It's got more of that blood theme.
Yes. Well, I also love the audio for it. It's like you're consuming it. Alright, I'll grab misses. Oh, bunch of stuff. I think that was on your corpse. I'm sorry, Brian. Didn't do that right in front of you. It's disrespectful. Okay, cool. Let's skip Exert for now. Let's go to Lunging Assault.
Yeah, so this is like gonna be one of your first spenders of your resource. This spender is more for mobility. It's a smaller spender, but whenever you use this,
Czyli
you will
pasyk
dash forward a short
spadł
distance
się?
and do an attack at the end.
Gdzie to jest
It's
wyjście?
pretty freely usable. It doesn't have a very long cooldown. It's just spending your
Gdzie on
resource. So
to
the more
jest?
resource you're
Tam.
generating, the more you're able to kind of reposition and dash around the battlefield and get some extra damage out there.
I see. Now, obviously, utilizing the resource with Lunging Assault because you're dealing instances of damage to enemies that you
Może
impact,
znajdę
you have an
te.
opportunity if executed well situationally, that you can
Dobrze, to nie jest to, czego
you can
szukam.
actually probably have a net gain with this if there's a huge amount of enemies, like a train or something, right?
Yeah, it would probably take a lot of enemies to actually get a profit, but you can at least mitigate the cost through that spec choice
Yeah.
of if you're hitting enemies, you can get resource back, and therefore you're getting to do this more, and you're also losing the value of your resources that you're getting passive forms, which
Right.
again we'll get to soon.
Cool. Okay, let's try this. Good. And now I don't need a target for this. I can just kind of.
Nope, freely. It's a
Regenerate.
reposition.
Gdzie jest ten znak zapytania?
Right?
Nie no,
Oh, okay. So it's kind of a
tu był gdzieś znak zapytania i zniknął.
far distance there.
Yeah, it's meant to like be more of a repositioner where you're dancing around your target. You might be zipping back and forth between different enemies in melee.
Right.
Whereas you have other tools for going longer distances. You have blitz. You have the next one that's about to come up from here. So those are going to be more of your long distance mobility skills.
All right. Let me try this long distance mobility skill here. Talk to me
Co
about
to jest?
sprite.
Yeah. So this is
A, bo znaki zapytania
most-
oznaczają...
free mobile.
Distance.
Yeah, it's very far and it doesn't require a target, unlike blitz.
Dobra.
And you're also gonna basically
Znak
deal
zapytania
damage
to
in
niekoniecznie
AoE around it, so it's
quest,
just a
tylko
more
tak w
powerful,
Wiedźminie.
but less frequently usable gap
O
closer
znaczenie,
slash opener
że
if you
to jest
decide
niezbadana
to use it.
lokacja.
Oh my god! I am the Juggernaut! Oh, that was so cool. I love that.
Yeah, that's a fun one to use. It's
Holy smokes.
definitely more AoE focused.
And again, guys, I am using 0 cooldowns right now just so I can demonstrate the abilities. Well, I know you're all thinking like, what? This character's just gonna fly around the battlefield. That's not what's happening.
Literal rocket.
I know.
You can actually use this to go up on ledges, like if you were to get up on one of these ledges we were trying earlier.
Yeah.
You don't even need a target to use it.
Let me just check, are there any spec options here?
Not currently, but there will be.
Try to jump up on here. Oh, that was
Nice
too
try.
short. That was too short. My bad. Oh, let me try it again.
Actually, usually I've had more success when I'm covering gaps rather than actually like trying to go up different verticalities. But sometimes, yeah, it works.
Oh, we did it. We did it, boys. It happened. Very cool. All right, let's talk a little bit about. You know, I thought I fixed time of day, but it feels like it's getting darker. Let's talk a little bit about. Next up, these different forms that I'm seeing here.
Yeah, so these are probably the biggest contributors to your combat momentum resource. You can spend momentum, but it's a resource that's primarily meant to be built up and maintained.
No, nie mogę to
because of
przerwać?
the bonuses that these forms provide. So if we want to just look at one of the first ones here, we can go into a little more detail on how
Próbowałem
these work.
skoczyć, dodge'a zrobić i...
Make it a little bit. Whoops. My bad. I'm gonna change time of day slightly. Get some better light over here. There we go. Apologies. Okay. Which one am I switching to?
Anyone you want. We'll get
Let's
through all
go
of them.
to, you know, I am playing a Renkai, so ferocity sounds good. Ooh.
All right. So now you'll notice in the top left here, he is in this form. So as long as you don't change forms, you will permanently remain in the form of ferocity.
Czekaj,
We
laguje
actually
stream?
renamed this recently, so you'll
No
see
nie.
Tempest there, but
Oh.
that went through a rename. So while in this form, your momentum will increase your attack speed the higher your momentum is. So for every point of momentum that you've got, your attack speed's going up. So you're basically ramping up that attack speed as you generate.
So where I see right now, I'm at 86.9.
The true heir sought to save us once, and now the answer they'll bring. The lost will
Your combo
learn
weapon
if we're
combos are
ever
pretty good
turned.
for generating
They'll know
momentum
them
as well,
as our one
especially
true
your finishers. Here you go.
Mi się wydaje, że ja szybciej biegam niż
86.9
niż
has gone
pokonuję
to
odległość.
99.2.
Jak on szybko tymi
Up
nóżkami
and
macha.
Very
To
nice.
jest...
You gotta stay in combat to keep the resource going. And that's really what the fighter's all about, is like ramping up, being in that combat momentum, hence the name. And when the fights,
Wow, it
you
feels
know,
like
it's-
that
Ej, tutaj
the attack
laguje,
speed is
jak
even
mapę mam.
increasing each individual ability
Mapa
speed
laguje
as
w
well.
cholerę. Na mapie jest 90 FPS-ów.
That's huge. That is super cool.
I ogólnie jest jakoś mniej
So if you were to
FPS-ów.
change forms, you would lose the attack
O
speed bonus,
kurczę,
but
ty.
immediately gain the bonus of the corresponding form.
Ja mam coś odpalonego w tle?
Alright, very cool.
So if you want to shift B into maybe a form of celerity here,
Alright, and that is shift B.
there you go. Now run around. You might have to blitz him again. You probably need to get some mana and then build it up a little more. But
Oh, my bad. Use mana.
this one increases your movement speed. So this lets you just move around the battlefield a lot more nimbly. So if you need to, like, you know, close the gap a little bit and your gap closers are on
Może sobie
cooldown or
trochę
whatever, this is a
ogarniemy
good way of
ustawienia w
traversing
takim
the field
razie.
a bit faster.
Yeah. Wow, this is pretty quick. That's a significant speed boost.
And then the third one is more of a defensive option, a bit more situational, but it is a disable resistance form. This is form of fluidity, and while you're in it, you are much more difficult to be CC'd. So you're more resistant to stuns, to roots, trips, pretty much anything that falls into the CC category.
Trying to sleep me or something?
Sure, I'll give it a shot. There's a chance that I'll still hit you, but let's see. I can't actually. I'm in your party.
Oh, okay, no, it's okay. That's fine. All right, so this is basically when you want to literally be unstoppable through CC effects. Like this is going to be a 40% reduction on that. That's pretty powerful.
Yep. And again, all the numbers are kind of in tune or being tuned. We just, when we're testing these out, we want them to
Gdzie mam
feel
iść?
impactful, just to
daleko.
validate that they are, you know, cool things, and then we start to balance to tone that back down.
Ja nie mogę tu zaznaczyć nic?
All right.
O, mogę.
All right. Last but most certainly not least is an ability called God Mode. I mean, excuse me. What's it called? I'm sorry. Exert?
This is Exert. Yes, it's
just
my,
wanna-
my earlier.
I know your segue. Actually, it's a great segue.
Yep.
So speaking of balance and what will be happening, obviously, with Alpha 2 and even before Alpha 2, we'll be balancing some of this stuff. So just keep that in mind. However, segue here into God Mode, aka Exert. We have what?
So if we go over here to in the skill tree to the left, Exert. This is a very high cost, very high payoff. Like
Czy to w
essentially
ogóle
like
na coś wpłynęło?
super
Tak
mode
szczerze
that you can
mówiąc,
go
jak
into,
teraz odpalam.
and you're rapidly spending
A tak
your
średnio?
momentum while you're in this form. It's all or nothing.
Jak
You
wygląda
can't turn
cień
it off.
teraz?
Once you pop
Tak.
this, you will stay in this mode until your momentum is fully drained,
Nie.
and then you're gonna have to build it all the way
Nie! No
back up.
kurwa, cancel
Meanwhile,
tego!
You're getting increased attack speed. You're getting
Ja...
CC immunity, and whatever else it says in here. I
We've
can't.
got
Aha,
20%
to
increased
chodzi.
attack
Myślałem,
and
że mnie to
movement
gdzieś
speed,
teleportuje.
and immunity to disabling effects while
so-
active.
So if you can kind of draw the connection, this is like
Jak
you're
wygląda
taking the
cień?
3 forms, which are CC resistance, movement speed, and attack speed, and getting just all 3 of them in a huge burst for a small window of time.
Very small window. Yes.
Zero różnicy za
That
bardzo.
small window is potentially, as it
FPS-ów trochę
states here,
więcej.
at least it would be about 5 seconds if you're fully charged up on momentum, because it's essentially ticking at 20% per second. Is that right?
Yep.
let's
And
talk-
again, all the
go ahead.
numbers are super tunable.
Absolutely,
We
yes.
will be tuning these numbers, but we're just kind of putting them in a place where we can playtest them. And as we get more effective with these, it's like, okay, now we're seeing the ceiling of how powerful these things are. We're going to bring it back.
Let's talk about its spec options.
Yep. So we've got one that resets your cooldowns based on how much momentum you had at activation. So if you use this at 50 momentum, you would take about half of your cooldowns off. But if you use it at full momentum, you would reset all your cooldowns, so you can just go straight into your rotation upon popping this. And then this one is lets it act as a CC break as well.
So this, okay, I like this. This is a nice combo. So you get increased combat momentum with movement, attack speed, and the immunity to disabling effects. And it becomes a CC break on activation if you're under the effects of CC. And depending on the amount, percentage-wise, of momentum you have available at time of activation, potentially reset your ability rank as well. This is obviously, guys, I know a lot of you out there right now are just probably going insane in chat. I'm assuming that. This is where we balance, and we're going to balance, right? This is just the initial find the fun, and we're going to work around balance here. But this is a cool ability. This is literally like super, I am a fighter, hear me roar, Rory.
Have you used it?
No.
Gotta show it.
Let's do this. So, I guess in order to properly do this, I should actually set my cooldowns back.
Do you have it fully spec'd?
I do. I have it fully spec'd.
Keenan, do you have condemn on your bar?
And grab it real quick.
Okay, yeah, that's a stun. We'll have Keenan condemn you, and then you'll just like break out of it after your full momentum.
Yeah, let me start generating that. Love that shield effect. Oh, and you know, I gotta get off this form of fluidity. Let's go to
Do ferocity.
ferocity.
You could probably blitz him for a head start on momentum into an overpower.
Keep an eye on your mana. Let me know when you're ready to be stunned.
Okay, I'm almost up there. But before you stun me, let me start doing some abilities.
I am feeling that wound.
Wait, just don't kill him.
I'm not.
Oh,
Alright,
there's a
now you
beacon.
can stun me.
Alright, stun him up. Alright, use it. Oh, you don't have... Did you not spec it?
Oh, I thought I did. I thought I did spec it. Let's try it again.
I co to jest?
Well, let's check the tree. If
Yeah, let me double
there
check.
might be an issue there.
Did I spec it? Did I spec it? I do have it spec.
Weird. That used to work.
Let's double check. Hold on. Let's try one more time.
Dobra.
The future join before you do anything
In case there was
else.
some
Alright, try it.
happening. Alright, I'm ready.
Jak to odznaczyć?
Yeah, oh, I had an expression failure. Sad.
Alright, well, let's use it without that. That used to work.
My bad. Guys, welcome to Bugs.
Yep.
It's okay. Okay.
Now it's balanced.
Let's show. Yeah, now it's balanced.
Oh.
See, the game wouldn't even allow that level of imbalance. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let me generate this up again. Get some. And now let's use Shift G.
Ah, you're back. Indeed. It's cool. You two stayed. Oh, that's a grand idea.
Oh, that's cool. I love that effect. That
Cargo
effect was
using the
great.
smaller rowboats. If you can destroy the anchors and set the boats adrift, that would slow them down. I'll stay and keep an eye out.
And is there? Can I get myself max?
There's a debug ability for it, but I would just say blitz into overpower, and then weapon combo is the best way to do it.
I was.
That's main. Hit your A button.
Alright.
Alright, hold still.
I just keep this going all the time. I got no cooldowns.
Yeah. Now we're cheating.
That is so good. Oh, it's so good. Alright, well, that is a very, let me just say, I'm sorry, let me speak on behalf of what I assume is our audience saying, holy shit. That is a cool class. I mean, the art type feels great. The movement, the fluidity is there. It feels really good just to play with these skills. Well done, guys. Well done. For Alpha 2, this is feeling nice as a fighter and as melee. Obviously, that mobility is going to be king when it comes to traversing the battlefield and being that Juggernaut class fantasy feeling. I think is really good. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
You take a look at Oaken kind of work through that information, go off a little bit of the world of Vera.
Let's put the kids to the test.
Did you want to talk about the weapon first?
Oh
or?
my god, you're thank you, yes! Okay, you guys
Dobra,
obviously
strzela.
see here, we have got a pretty beefy looking sword that I have equipped, and Brian and the combat team have been working a lot on skill progression trees for weapons. You saw a hint of that in its very bare bones form with the Ranger update, but there's been a lot of work towards that weapon tree. Let's talk a little bit about it.
Yeah. So we've been revamping the weapon tree entirely. So the first point of progression here is we wanted to give people a choice in how long their weapon combo actually is. So you've got the base weapon combo that you start with on the Gazer, which is 3 attacks, and you can extend that out into 4 attacks if you want. In addition to that, both the 3rd hit and the 4th hit can have proc finisher attacks, and those proc finisher attacks can trigger additional effects on you.
Jak tu można
such
pływać
as
w tej grze?
an additional heal effect, a boost of momentary attack speed.
To chyba
I'm
średnio.
looking here, Brian. So when I go over to the left-hand side, and it has me kind of an option, right? I'm unlocking this node and selecting down one of these 4 choices. And for those of you who are watching,
Zawalczyć.
don't recall the use case here of these weapons.
Wyłączenie.
These are separate progression trees that you unlock and advance within as you are using and adventuring with a particular weapon type, right, Brian?
Correct. And yeah, they'll advance faster than your archetype tree, so you'll be able to level up a couple weapons as you're going along.
Yeah, and that's fun to do, actually. I mean, I
Yeah,
hate
and
being
that
stuck.
section that you're looking at now is probably the most work in progress part. I still need to revamp this passive section. It's pretty weak overall, but yeah, this version 0, you could choose between different modifications that would best fit your class. You can choose between a little bit of deflection bonus, which is avoidance, some I think crit damage, accuracy.
So each node, you're kind of choosing a different... Oh, I see. Very cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, right now they're all the same. I'm gonna mix up that a little bit and make it more interesting with some different capstone passives and such. But yeah, this side's way more interesting, way more fleshed out. So what you just clicked on there is the first proc that you'll get access to. And you have a choice between 3 of these things. The first is Swordmaster Swiftness. This is a temporary boost at attack speed. So So if you get this proc and then you can instantly use another ability or continue in your combo if you want, and it'll trigger that next ability all the quicker.
And to talk a little bit about, obviously reiterating again kind of, these proc effects, these essentially are the incentive loops for
To
why
jest nawet ciekawe, ale...
weapon combo attacks,
ale
which are
coś
basic weapon
lepszego.
attacks, are the fillers between rotational effects, because
Siema,
you are
siema.
getting, as you unlock progression within these trees, you're getting substantial benefit from procs that occur by using the basic weapon combo.
Right. I should speak on that a little bit more in like a general concept. So we want to encourage weaving between abilities and weapon combo attacks, and we're going to do that in a few different ways that you'll be seeing in this stream. The first way is archetype weapon combo interactions. You've already seen some of that where the finishers give you a burst of momentum, and overpower and brutal cleave get reduced or reset cooldowns on combo end as well. The second type of interaction is weapon combo to ability proc synergies, such as direct damage on the next ability hit after a combo finisher, or a status effect setup for ability use. And the third version is ability to weapon combo proc synergy, so this is deeper in the tree, your abilities will have a chance to set up your next weapon finisher with additional effects.
Very cool. That is awesome.
Nie no, też pod headshota chyba bierzemy, nie będziemy rollować.
Yeah, that's actually really strong because it's a very short burst of attack speed, so the duration's really good there, and also the proc chance. I would probably max out the proc chance one in the middle.
No nie wiem, czy taka fajna.
And then get the duration. That's probably strongest for the swiftness.
O, to też mam... Aha, dobra.
This path here of the extended finishers.
Yeah, you could probably take some points out of the extra damage nodes.
Tego to ja w ogóle nie używam.
Well, it's only because you're getting even more damage through the
cooldowny.
It's all more math and less math, right?
And another thing here is it all depends on your build.
To jest taki defensywny.
All depends on your build, and you'll see that more in this next choice here, which is a lot more interesting. So that first one was like a kind of introduction to the proc system. It's kind of a more just additive extra thing. This is kind of forcing not forcing the weaving, but encouraging the weaving a little bit harder. So first we got second strike. So your next ability use after a weapon combo finisher has an additional damage proc that occurs. And then another choice for DPS is the one right below that, which is perfect timing. So the next ability you cast will have reduced cooldown. So it's kind of like, do you care about that reduced cooldown for your rotation, or do you not? And you just take the additional damage. And the third option there, unfortunately it's not working yet. This is expanding upon that status effect interaction stuff. That's what we're working on imminently, getting that built into the weapons, but whenever this is working, it'll apply burning to your target and have additional interactions for the mage.
And now, you guys are starting to see, obviously, a lot of these progression trees getting implemented now, and you're not just, this is not just obviously with the Greatsword, but you have done this in parity with the other existing weapon classes for part of A2's entrance criteria.
Yeah, that's like one of the really cool things about our game is the amount of weapon trees that's going to be present. All the weapons will be hopefully for almost every archetype. Because you can specialize it in a certain way that will benefit you and what your archetype role is. There'll obviously be certain things that are better for other things, like a two-hander is going to do a lot of damage, for instance. And you might want to shield if you're taking a lot of damage, but still, if you want to break that mold a little bit, you'll have options available.
Just to expand on that a little bit too, it's like not even just
Coś minąłem już.
archetype and weapon synergy, but also it's like you're building based on always going to be, or often going to be running. It's like, let's say your friend rolls a mage and it's like, I want to build friends, so I know they are a fire mage, and that's your where your target comes in. Like there's going to be more stuff like that, so that you're just kind of playing on each other.
That segues really good into the next prop that we have here. So this is your ability setting up your next weapon. So we've got 3 options here. The first is Keen Edge, so whenever this procs your next weapon combo will have a 100% chance to crit. The next option, which if you have a Bard in your party, you might not want this one, but it causes your next ability finisher to restore some mana to yourself. And then the third one is, and we're not sure about where this is going to end up. It might get moved over to the tank tree or the mace tree, but it procs a bit of temp health on the next weapon finisher. It's a pretty sweet tank option.
A podczepimy się pod ziomka
Yeah,
i ogarniemy
that's a
tego
solid
quest.
choice.
All attack speed crit.
Yup.
Yeah, I feel
Tylko nie wiem za bardzo co mam tu zrobić.
DPS beast mode.
A zniszcz materiały w
Okay, I
ogóle.
expect this out now. Very cool. That's awesome.
awesome.
This is a. I think people, just the complexities that you guys are talking about. Like obviously,
Czyli raz,
weapon skill trees and archetype design. Since we first were talking about Ashen back in 2017. And now we were seeing
już koniec?
part of the systems that we debuting at Alpha 2.
Kurwa,
You guys are going to be able to get your hands on this and kind
zawiesił.
of give us that active feedback. How does this level of depth and complexity
Strzelił.
grant you, the player, more granular control and choice over how your role that you're playing fits into the greater comp of the party setting, the raid setting, or solo gameplay.
Szczerze mówiąc to
Like all of that
czasem się
is
zastanawiam,
the depth
czy ta robota nie brzmi, po prostu nie brzmi lepiej niż finalnie jest, ale...
space-wise, because it gives them the freedom to really
Nie,
they're approaching this challenge that is the game, and that is combat in general.
Ale dalej nie
That's super
znalazłem
cool.
tych
And
konopi.
especially like this breadth of options, right? Even the horizontal
Yeah.
choices here, like that creates a very interesting playground of rock paper scissors
co?
effects between the multitude of archetype skill
walka?
progression and weapon type skill progression that you're going to experience even in the PvP setting. And it also is just more levers that we get to pull on the encounter design section as well for PvE.
Oh, bravo, my
Well done,
boy!
guys.
She
I
insisted
think
she
I,
was
again, I speak
I've
for
watched
the
these,
community
I
when
tell
say
you. Well, if you go in,
great progress, very great progress. And
Serpents
Alpha
is
2's
the
shaping
No
up to be
jakiś
Night
muszkiet mi
Night
dajcie, no.
a lot of fun, I think.
and
To jakieś
fight
gówno
more,
bronie.
Yeah.
And the combat is
impress the regent.
significant.
But you'll see,
The last thing I
I
want to
become a
highlight
knight
is
soon.
Muszkiet
the
chcę,
Then
bo ja
everyone
done on the
will call me
animation
sir.
side
jest
of weapon
podstawowym.
combos. So if you actually do
To
your
też
weapon
cze-
combo
nie,
in place here, we
czekaj,
can see it,
czekaj.
we can see
A
whenever
nie,
you get,
to
so
nie
you got
wlicza
a
się.
stab hit there. Whenever you get stab hits on the third and the fourth hit, those are actually procs. So if you connect with the second hit of that proc hit, you'll receive the additional effects. But you actually have to connect with a monster or player to receive the effect. And I think the proc rate is at a static 25% right now. We're looking at other ways to scale that, like maybe it scales with a stat, or maybe it scales with additional nodes, but right now it's kind of low. Especially if you're unlucky, like Steve.
I know, really, what's going on here?
Come on.
I'm sure we'll see it in combat.
There it is.
There it
we go.
is.
Okay.
And these guys, we're still missing some effects that are going to help drive what this. Oh my god!
Smoked.
I'm so sorry. I just was like relentless attack.
Yeah, the momentum and the bonus attack speed on the greatsword stacking together
Oh, that was
smoked me.
good. That was good. Let's see. So
Oh,
sorry.
you're corrupted.
He's also level 15.
Did I go corrupt?
You did.
Oh,
boy.
no.
It should be fine as long as we're in a party. Speaking of which, we should form the party.
Oni cały czas tego Warriora pokazują.
Yes. Well, yeah, let's get this going. We can talk more.
Może
while
będzie
we're-
jakaś inna klasa jeszcze,
Are
bo...
you guys disbanded?
No bo Warrior to mnie średnio
we are.
jara, bym jakiegoś Summonera
Yeah, another
zobaczył.
thing we can talk about when we're moving is we did revamp the animation a little bit. We made it
A,
work
to
with
muszę iść w sam
the
miejsce,
the
przed
weight
chwilą byłem, okej.
of the greatsword a little bit
Ja
more, so
właśnie
you see
palę
like
się,
more
po prostu.
precise pose holding. And it's less of a lumbering beast than it once was. We're kind of leaving that space for the mace and the axe. But it really feels like a sword now
Mam questa
to me.
oddać.
It's awesome.
Ale to...
And Can I also show off one other thing? The environment team and the engineering team, and Keenan, I think you were part of this as well, obviously, between the ability system and the interactable environments. Something that I have not seen happen really very often as part of MMO level design is destructible assets. We have that in and running. I want to see if I can destroy these.
Hita go zajebał, co jest?
Oh! Wait, somebody else destroyed them.
No
They just got
hitka.
hit by the cone of cold.
I think so. Oh, that was good. That was hilarious. I'll find some other tents. I'm sorry. Hold on, find another. Here we go.
Don't forget to put your helmet on.
Oh, should I put my helmet on? Do I want to put the helmet on?
It's a cool looking helmet. So.
Alright, I'll put the helmet.
That's a cool way to stop drops getting in the way.
That's true. Let me put
Always
my-
wear a helmet.
No, I meant you could just kill him.
If he had been wearing his helmet when you were attacking him.
Łuk!
Oh.
W końcu dostałem łuk.
Love it.
Oh, we need to talk to the scout
Niesamowite.
first, don't we?
Yeah.
Dawaj mnie ten
close.
łuk.
Is there a scout over here? That's right.
It's clear.
Okay, so you guys remember
I co?
at the end of our commissions live stream last month, this was Oakenbane Keep. I just kind of came up to
Ten
the
łuk
end.
jest
I wanna
mocniejszy,
go
czy...
inside because
No ja,
This story
no
arc.
łuk jest mocniejszy.
if I have actually
No,
information.
ciekawe, że jest to 24? To
So
nie,
we are-
to nie
we
jest.
are- as
To są
we are
trafienie
part of the,
krytyczne, mnożnik,
The Ancient Violence story arc, which is
obrażenia
an
od
inhuman
pchnięć,
threat in the Riverlands.
Full
So it talks about a little bit
zręczność.
the settlers of Vera
na łuk
have
też
known of
trzeba
a constant
przetestować.
struggle with the
Gdzie mam
goblins
iść?
that overran
Tutaj.
the ancestral Kalar lands.
A, czy tu dookoła?
And while we know nothing about their capabilities, it is important that we now find them throwing themselves at Lionhold's paltry defenses. Lionhold being one of the introductory locations right near the portal area in the Riverlands.
Oj, ten łuk to chyba...
And Captain Avonmore needs help assessing the
Ten
skill
trzeba
of
będę
that
tym...
threat.
O, tam pierwszy strzał, wiadomo, no nie
Side
trafione,
quest,
tak.
Scout Yoren.
Zdarza się.
Let's talk with Yoren. What does he have here? Once a great place of our ancestors, now is overrun. We shall do something about this.
Ty, kolejny łuk.
All right.
Lepszy.
He's in charge of observing.
Lepszy łuk.
I would be happy to take some of your dispensation as pay. So he wants us to kill 20 of the goblins here in Oakenbane. We've already dispatched a few of them. Alright, got that. Okay, we got the ancestral revenge.
No. Ten łuk.
He's just kind of flipping around a bit. Ooh, this is feeling moody. It's feeling moody.
No. Ulepszenia. Albo jakąś umiejkę. Unikowy strzał. Odskakujesz 5 metrów w tym strzelającym celowi.
So now,
Łowca.
of your
Celuje
guys'
strzelający
experiences in MMOs, how
podniesiony.
many of you actually mained as
Się
a fighter?
przestraszyłem.
Me. I think I'm the only one here.
Wiem, tu się zrespił.
I know everyone's
zaraz,
here. You
tak?
guys played fighter, but I playing
jak
fighter.
to
It's like
jest?
they're kind of my first
Nie tu,
choice.
nie tu.
You know, I'm gonna. Oh, hold on. I see that there is a
Watch out, big
spirit
bull.
nearby. Oh my god.
Pancerz.
I already popped my blizzard too.
O, to jest spoko, taki movement speedzik, no.
We got drags here, nice.
Oh yeah, this
Albo
is
to jest, no bo to jest,
We'll have
to
to be
też
sure to
całkiem
loot him
spoko.
after we kill him.
Yeah, Steven needs to loot him,
No,
though.
całkiem cool.
Why are you guys saying that?
Yeah, it's almost like Sotoka.
Yeah, we don't have any like ninja looters in this group for sure.
Now, some of you guys are seeing that the effects of that big explosion. That is still effects that are being authored right now, but that is specifically a progression. Oh, that guy's.
Ty, no dożywałem.
That is specifically a status progression. Is that right?
Which one?
The. Ooh, I got some.
Wait. Okay, yeah, there you go.
I got some, like,
No nie no. Te tarcze obsrane.
toy soldier legs. Legs of an ancient toy soldier that survived well past when it ought to have, thanks to ancient actions within. Can be reassembled with other pieces. Okay. So sorry, I was talking about the conflagrate.
Yeah, so one thing you'll be noticing a lot on the page is I'm throwing out different elements of projectiles, like here's a fireball, and then after that you'll see my weapon combos throwing out little fire projectiles. As we showed in the previous page live stream, that is elemental empowerment and how it works. However, we've changed a little bit how that works. Now, on the finisher attack of every combo, you get the element based on what your infused element is. And then you can use certain abilities to promote that from burning to like a flag rate that you're seeing.
Oh my god.
O kurczę, ty, to jest jakiś bosik.
There's a lot.
Ja go biję po dnie. Nie, no tak to nie.
And that's a concept that we're applying to all the classes. On the tank we recently moved, they used to generate courage and apply stagger on every hit. We moved that all to the combo end as well,
To może też.
which is really nice because that allows us to normalize these effects across multiple different weapon types and really make true our promise of weapon choice.
Yeah, it's like we don't want to
Kolejny
too much emphasis on the attack speed. There's other things chance and all that stuff, but we also just thought like
A,
from
tu
a
już nic
gameplay
do zrobienia nie mam.
it's really cool to like make you have to commit to that final hit. It just kind of makes it feel a little bit more
Ulepszenia.
like you're working towards something rather than just getting something on every attack.
Yeah. The initial thought was that the additional flexibility was good with the playstyle, but using that additional thing to chase mid-rotation,
Dobra, ty, uciekamy
this
stąd.
turned it out pretty well.
Got an NPC here.
I found this dude. Looks like, oh, this is, we saw this
O
guy
nie,
before.
ja nie w tą stronę w ogóle
He was
mi.
in our,
Ja tu,
last time we showed Oakenbank Keep.
ja tu dalej jakiegoś questa nie
An
zrobiłem.
armored shade floats before you, incapable of speech.
A może
However,
na,
does
może na
extend
górę
a
muszę tu
translucent
dostać.
arm. And your corporeal The paper in this letter is inked on what feels so old. Against time and that sounds like I should open this letter. Though the letter is ancient, the text in it is clearly legible. Papa. Oh no, wait, no. Papa. Mama says we won't be able to visit anymore. After we've through the portal. I should have read this before.
C minus.
I know, sorry. Okay, wait. Papa! Mama says we won't be able to visit anymore after we leave through
Nie
the portal.
bardzo
Didn't
czaję.
feel right to leave you alone, so I'm leaving you my bravest toy soldier. Oh, that was the toy soldier piece.
A
we
może
found.
na dół mam iść?
To help you and the others here fight off the demons coming for
Że
us.
tutaj?
I hate to tell you, kid, I don't think that toy soldier's gonna help. I'm getting too old for toys. I know. His name is Troy. Oh,
We have
No
respawn.
tak średnio wychodziło.
blood across the back of the paper 4 distinct times.
Bo z drugiej strony?
Going to give me some experience. Deliver the toy to the Forgotten Soldiers Memorial Site. Okay, so we'll find a memorial site. Oh, that's sad. What history? What history lives here?
O, może tędy.
Love the banners.
Ja nie, jestem w tym
Love the,
samym
I
miejscu.
also love the
Aha.
animals here. Like goblins.
No tu coś jest. Co ja mam tu zrobić?
We're mopping these
Garłacz.
goblins up.
Nawigatora. I gdzie jest ten garłacz?
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of playtest cycles in this area, getting it good. So we're pretty experienced.
Yeah, we have had many deaths in this area, but yeah, what kills you gets you stronger,
Nic
right?
tu się nie...
I think that's how it goes.
To nie jest żaden nawigator.
That wasn't close.
Guys, I want to talk about another thing that we always are keeping in mind for Alpha 2. Keeping in mind towards Alpha 2 is performance
Jest
testing.
twierdza
That's something
nawigatora.
that PI has been helping us test, and there's another PI test happening next week, which is both the visual performance that you're seeing within the game world, from a rendering perspective, as well as from a networking perspective on the servers as well. So keep that in mind. There's going to be a lot of benefits there
Navigator.
because it is something that is happening now.
To jest ten?
And
O jest! Ty, faktycznie, to on jest nawigatorem.
I want to get a little mana back there.
no, I have no mana. Cheating revenue.
Well, you do have blood fusion if you. So
That's okay. I forgot about blood fusion. I should change that.
yeah, next AOE pack we can use that with
So that gets 50% back as mana.
Yep. So round all these guys
Oh.
up and pop it and start.
Musiał
AOE.
wydrobić po prostu, no.
Oh yeah, good call. Forgot about that.
Nie wiem, czy łuk nie jest fajniejszy, szczerze mówiąc. Może
By the way,
jest.
this area looks great during the Ancient Balance.
All right. It looks like we got something up here on our right.
Wolves up front, let's get them. Let's do this. What do we got?
Incoming. Looks like we got Alpha Wolf up top. Try
Okay.
pulling down.
Let's see this Alpha Wolf up there. I'm going for him. Who's Alpha? We gotta talk about Alpha.
Player on me.
Okay, I'm getting that mana back. Player.
Yep. He's dead though.
Oh, do I need to get that
Nice.
Alpha?
Yeah. Let's loot him.
Where's he at?
Right here.
He has an Alpha severed head. Okay.
All right. Like crafting material.
O,
They have like a little den
No.
here. How's that? Let's go behind the den maybe.
Sneak in.
Yeah, come around from kind of like the wall side.
Well, now and see.
Infiltrate.
Now that's a right decent friend.
No surprise. I must keep vigil here. Ensure these scoundrels don't attack.
Go
Does
along
the
the
wall connect?
walls.
Let's try it.
I think there's mobs up there too, but we can give it a shot.
No, it looks like there's a break in the wall. Further down.
Oh yeah, there's a flare up there too. Be careful.
It's a good plan though. Foiled.
Okay, here we go. Oh, cool, there we go.
Yep.
All right, sleeping.
Okay, I'm gonna
Right.
jump on them.
Hold up. Oh. Got some damage.
There we go.
Coming from the back.
We got
Yep.
we got a friend. Oh no, he's hurting. He's hurting.
Alright, he's frozen. Dead.
Got him. I feel bad for them. They didn't. They're just in their little dens.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Those dens smell nasty.
Yeah, cool.
Pull.
Well, I guess that's every pull in here.
Yeah. Fighter's doing work though.
Yeah, I'm doing
The
some
big
work
pulls, big pulls are what Fighter is all
here.
about.
Sell out.
Alright,
No i
gonna
teraz
sleep
mogę
again.
3 razy rolować. Nie wiem czy na tym
Gonna
wcześniej
focus on
mogłem.
Shaman over here.
Wydaje mi się, że chyba nie. Chociaż nie, dalej pobiera pin A, tylko że jak mam 20 to mogę zrolować.
I love getting that mana back.
Nicely done.
Okay. Here. Let's grab him right there.
Chociaż szybciej biegam?
Ooh, it's getting dark for me.
Jak mam setkę, ty
Oh, we pulled a bunch
faktycznie.
here. Pulled a bunch.
Jakiś movement speed się...
Player in the back.
There's a shaman out there too.
Oh, yeah. I can feel the party coming on already. We got wine and honey cakes. It's gonna be a
Destroy the
feast.
homes so they don't come back.
Pretty cool if that worked.
I found some of the cargo.
Chociaż co potrzebuję zręczności, znaczy jakby
Alright, sleeping that
jedno i
back up
drugie
there.
jest lekki. W te 4 pancerza to mi za bardzo wiele nie zmienia. A mam zręczność, nie wiem ile zręczność finalnie daje. Coś tam do ataku, bo ja chyba na zręczności w sumie maksuję zręczność.
Backpack
No to...
actually.
AoE.
Ragzad.
Oh yeah, we got a name guy. That's one of the ones we need.
Look up.
Where is he?
He is right on top of our tank.
Oh, shaman back here.
I'm gonna sleep off. Yeah, short lived.
Mana.
Yeah, me too.
It is. I think it is Nadia can help me leave it, so please exercise discretion in speaking.
Alright, bringing that wolf down. Gonna
We
sip
did it.
for mana here real quick. Alright, let's start.
Okay, I got
Resting.
some howling wolf garb.
Nice.
And
tu byłem?
found a toy soldier
Nie,
arm. We
chyba
have the
niemożliwe,
arms
że
now and the boots.
nie mogę myśleć.
We're doing it.
Sweet. Halfway.
Was this a face? An orc? Yes! Only Minister Locknear forbade me from going there.
Every time.
It's very dangerous, of course. Yes, you can go. Start with Caladan. Look for anything
ads from the
easily
left.
disturbed. Oh, and don't tell Locknear.
He's asleep. Careful to the left here. Try and pull him back.
Oh, you presume, mother. matter to the true heir.
O panie, ale daleko. Nie, naprawdę, kiedy tu się dostaje jakiegoś tego
Rest up.
mounta?
Let's make sure there's no ads over here to our right.
See where the wall kind of sticks out back there? I think we need to
Oh
go
yeah,
that far.
right, wolf right here. It's
O, ale
patrolling.
mam jakąś walutę. Nie wiem skąd. To.
We got ads.
Okay.
Oh no.
Let's just go to the wall. Go to the spot.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna sleep him as we pull. Alright, sleep dropping now. I think that LOS to me.
A lot of wolves just past that, so if we end up having to move a little bit, don't go any further than this.
Yeah, drag him into the corner.
Alright, this flare's down.
The favorite place of any tank, a corner. Wait, that might pull cooldown. I'll bring him back.
Alright, it's just him now. Burn him.
I'm bringing it back to the wall.
Nice. Cool.
That shield is strong. Mana back, here we go, right for it.
I wonder if those wound stacks are reducing his shields though.
Should be.
Oh, there's a trip. Can you maim him?
Named him.
Nice.
Come on, get him! Get him! Get that shield down!
What a clutch.
95.
Unbelievable, that
I know.
shield.
Almost like it's scripted to do that.
That's sweet, he has goblin skull. Now, what were
So I think in here is going to be the last two goblins we're trying to find.
Yeah, they are up this ramp.
Oj.
Watch out. There's both left and right here.
I was trying to thread the needle and hold up.
Sleeping Shaman. Focus on this back here. Oh, you just destroyed that tent.
Heck yeah! I'm telling you, if you destroy the homes, they won't come back.
I'm on the Shaman. Freezing in.
Jakoś bardziej mobilny mi się łucznik wydaje. Fajniejszy jest niż ten muszkiet. Ale muszkiet też był spoko.
Careful up here. This is
No,
like
muszkiet też
super
fajny.
danger area.
I'm gonna pull
Ale
some of
czy
these back,
lepszy?
I think.
Yeah, you can probably, yeah.
Co to jest?
Okay, sleeping in the flare. Okay, we got the other flare too now.
Ty, świeci się coś.
Oh, got him knocked down.
A, że go skórowy.
What's happening?
Alright, keep an eye out for
Flags, he's right there on the left. He's pathing. Just gonna
Alright,
wait
we
it
wanna-
out.
We want to clear up here.
This flag's the last one?
There's a flare above us.
Here to the right while we wait. And
Yeah.
then we'll pull in while we're.
Okay, they're pulled.
Leave this one that's close to us, Chad.
Yeah, I'm waiting them to round them up because they're
Oh,
all
we
coming.
also got the next
Yeah,
pack.
they're all coming. All right, sleep dropping now.
Drop that sleep. Oh,
shit.
my god.
It's not much use if that happens.
Two can spin at
The
this.
clutch res.
They They bumped my first one,
A
second one.
tutaj
coming.
co mamy? 3, 1, co?
Keep guiding, keep guiding. I'm back
Look
up.
out.
Fable.
Guiding.
You got more?
Ty, to jest... To jest ciekawe, chociaż...
We did it.
Nice. Get on a shaman.
No, ale już się tutaj się pobawimy.
Good kill on the chamois.
Doing it.
Alright, did we loot slags? Cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a-
gotta loot him.
I certainly did.
What?
Did you loot flag?
Dude.
Trade with me. No, trade with me.
No, you that's not a tradable item.
He'll be back soon.
Okay. We can,
Let's move up.
we can spawn him.
A, łuk można na... Dobra,
I think
teraz
his respawn
tak się...
isn't too bad.
It's actually pretty quick.
Is it?
Like-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Alright, well let's talk about how this fighter has been performing. Exemplary performance by the fighter, if I don't say so myself. I mean, really,
Mhm.
just unbelievable.
Top tier.
Top tier. I do love the area. I love how each of the areas just dramatically change as story arcs come online visually, right? The atmospherics alone are significant, not to mention the obvious sound ambience and everything. These goblins, I love
Yeah, the little evil laugh like the big guys do. That's where they spin the win on you. It's a nice like audio telegraph too.
Ty, co dodża nie mogę zrobić?
Freeze the player. They're starting to respawn.
No nic.
Back is back.
Who's? The main guy?
No, there's
Oh,
a
the
back
back.
over here.
So what are some of the things, Trad, that you look for from the community or Brian, as it relates to kind of everything we talked about today, right? What are the things you want to hear people kind of opining on in, you know, our different social media forums and whatnot, Discord?
I mean-
Incoming flags.
Oh well, yeah, let's get him first, then we can talk about that. I mean, this is actually an interesting one. Is like, you know, just these areas, like, you know, the density, the respawn rates. Like, you know, this is intended for a larger group, but this is the kind of farming that you would want to see. Or you know, what are your preferred, you know, grinding experiences in games from MMOs you've played? Also, just like, how do you feel the fighter from their perspective? Like, you know, what are fighters that you really liked playing in games, and how did you enjoy them more, or what do you like that more that you're seeing here that you didn't see in fighters on other games? Like all that kind of stuff.
yeah. Building on that a bit, one thing I really like is criticism from my fans. What's missing, what doesn't look so hot. We're all experienced developers. We can take the heat. It's fine. You're not going to hurt our feelings. We just need to know what sucks.
Yeah,
that's-
absolutely. I think the critical feedback loop is very important. I think, you know, one of the things that is super important anytime you're optimizing feedback is to be very specific in the things that don't mesh well, or you know, that you're looking to see improved. And a lot of that stuff validates already what we have, you know, intentions for as we move forward in development. But that validation is important, right? Because it means that you as a player are thinking about the same things that we're thinking. And we can prioritize that stuff. Obviously, combat being one of the biggest takeaways from Alpha 1, which you can see here, we took to heart and are iterating upon and continuing to develop.
Another good thing would be, you know, this is a half group. Like, how did the visuals look? Like, you know, the fighter effects feel and look really awesome in my opinion, especially when you're showcasing them. How does that hold up, you know, with the mage effects in parallel, and also the cleric and the tank? Like a lot of that stuff, you know, how does it look, you know, when you're looking at it from a very controlled, isolated standpoint? And how does that hold up or break down when you enter all those archetypes together into the mix?
We ready for the final guy? Ooh, Slacks.
You may have luck
Slacks
with this
2.0.
one. If you can brave the eldritch
I looted him again, so I spawned us a new one.
Oh,
Jesus.
I can't help it.
Where is the new one?
Right here.
Years of ninja looting experience, I
Oh
guess.
my
Gee.
god. This is the fighter showcase, not the rogue.
Sorry.
Is him.
Yes. Watch Keenan just loot it again.
I know.
There we go, okay. The toy soldier torso. Yay. We have the torso now. Keenan has 2 torsos, I have a single torso.
I have 3.
Oh.
Alright, when you guys are ready, I'm gonna charge.
You want me to do a sleep poll?
Well, they're incoming.
Alright,
Body
I'm
pull.
sleeping now, so we'll sleep on this, okay. There are 2 shamans in the back. I'm gonna focus on them.
Come up here on the platform.
Come on, Bragg. What you want, buddy? Let's go.
Oh, he's tripped?
I think
No nie.
the fighter looking as cool and spectacular as he does, it's a good opportunity to talk about how
Ja, w ogóle jakiego tutaj jest.
how like visually
Poziomek tutaj.
or do they feel like it's about right for the gameplay experience that they enjoy?
Absolutely. Visual effects for these abilities are in a playable state. You want to get your guys' feedback.
These altars in Caladan seem to have some sort of power lost. Power might be
Definitely want a lot of feedback around what people want out of group grinding areas. I know we're developing a lot of those right now, and I would
can't tap into that
make sure that
magic.
we're giving
I can
everyone
convey
what they want, or at
where
least
they'll be
taking it into consideration with what we're building.
Through to support my true king in the way he deserves.
Like things like respawn rates, density.
Do we want to complete the quest here? You should have all the pieces. Alright, so in your inventory, you should have all 4 if you looted Zags. Put it together, see what happens. Sure.
Co jest?
Looks like there's something
Snap
over
together,
here.
I have a reanimated toy soldier.
O, i na co to jest slot? A, że przedmiot podręczny. A to? Co tu chodzi? Co
Let's get
to
rid of
jest?
Yeah, I was about to
We're gonna
say.
get respawned.
Wzory partnerskie.
We got a tombstone from the same guy.
The Forlorn Heroes Memorial. Let me see here.
To super.
Memorial for all heroes
Modyfikatory
I cannot
jakieś,
share.
to mogę to
All
użyć.
be remembered here. I've placed the action figure by the memorial. I can feel a grateful presence in the air. I suddenly notice this. Hey, this was a graceful.
The
Suddenly
goblins
noticed
don't
this
seem to care.
small parcel near the memorial that I didn't see before. He gave me a glowing glint, and some dim glint. He had leftover currency from the ancient times.
Hopefully a lot of XP, right?
Yes, significant. Flip the toy. We have succeeded. Yay! Look at that. It happened. We did it. Amazing! Holy smokes! Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that, and the area obviously looks beautiful. The class plays remarkably well. Feels very good.
There you are. Ah, oh, just after you left, then I suppose I'll be waiting for
And
you.
all the goblins around us that are
Gracias,
incredibly
Hanzo.
good.
Fatima always loved.
Thank you guys. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this. I know the community did. Everyone out there in the community, as you guys have seen, the fighter class is getting very close to ready for Alpha 2, along with all the other archetypes that you've seen. Give us your commentary. Give us your feedback. Talk on the YouTube channel and the Discord, on our forums. What did you enjoy about the presentation today? Oh my gosh. These guys are just completely... We can just nuke.
Persistent?
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe just nuke them.
They're almost dead. We'll nuke any future goblins.
Yes, future goblins. But everyone out there, talk to us about what you enjoyed today in the presentation. We obviously enjoy sharing these updates with you. Obviously, Ashes of Creation is still a work in progress. We're continuing to develop towards Alpha 2. We are hard at work doing so. But the combat team loves your guys' feedback.
A lot of people passed right by me before you stopped. Any assistance. Old guys will remember me.
A, ja mam...
May you go far on the island.
Zaszyw. Co? No dobra.
A lot of people passed right by me before you stopped and offered me assistance.
Co tu? Czekaj. Nie, no to najpierw idziemy tutaj. O. To bije więcej niż moby. Nie, no to są jakieś jaja. Ja pier...
Well, you were good, and I'll be damned if that. With that revelation, the Night Regent asked me to circle down to the pirate dens further south, see what's happening there. I'll catch up with you at the farm soon enough.
Kondycja lepsza. No Że jest 9, no ciekawe.
I cannot express, but I question everything the minister said now. Apparently the knights at Tirna were not certain.
Well met, stranger. Yes, it was not that. No. I will not raise my blade against my fellow.
As royal, yes, but I'll turn into a lost. Like the ones who haunt this island. A creature with no purpose but to haunt women with better.
Show me your smile. I already have. Did you get the 6 wolf teeth like I asked? I'll be able to complete my brilliant invention then. Trust me, you've never seen anything as daring as this.
I've been ruined. Oh, would you? I can't step foot in that house. There are too many memories. It isn't easy to be second place in your father's eyes. Please just get the glass box, if you can.
Ja pierdolę, no nie zajebie przecież. Jeszcze ja tak wolno strzelam. No kurwa. No nie zrobię tego. Jakby może miał lepszy muszkiet. Dobra, idziemy tam do tej jedynki. Aha, one mają jakiegoś stuna. Ale patologia z tym łukiem jest naprawdę. No tak nie wiem, jakoś... Ja pierdolę, no nie, no nie, no nie, no idziemy po ten muszkiet lepszy, bo to przecież... Idzie się popłakać nad tym gameplayem. I zostaw mnie. Może pod to krwawienie? Już nie zauważył. Trzeba się bardzo pilnować z tym klikaniem prawego przycisku myszy, bo puści się prawy przycisk myszy i już papa. Już nagle nie strzela. No. Dobra, koniec. Mogę iść odebrać muszkiet. Szkoda, że jest tak daleko. No to chodzenie to jest naprawdę, no... Aż mi się nie chce trochę. Troszkę mi się nie chce. No ale lepszy muszkiet będzie. Szkoda, że nie łuk, ale muszkiet też spoko. O ja, no skąd on jest? Jakiś gówniak, no. Skąd to w ogóle?
Yet he wrote me letters. I'll read his words, although I am fearful of what they may reveal. Isn't it ironic that my emotions are as fragile as his glass? At least his works have value.
No muszkiet mocniejszy. A, czy jeszcze chcę coś dzisiaj robić? 2 godzinki niby, no znowu takiego streamka klasycznie. Trzeba iść coś zjeść i szykować się do spania, bo niestety teraz sobota. 8 godzin pracki. Ale to jest śmieszne, że tutaj, ale to może to nie tyle laguje, tylko może to tak po prostu działa. Mam 130 FPS-ów, a to tak działa jakby kurwiska monarchy. Nie wiem, jakiś magazyn zwiększę może. Przyrost rangi, zyskujesz więcej, ranga terytorium. Płata za stanowiska. O, płaty zawsze lepiej mieć mniejsze, nie? Większa szybkość zbierania. Dawaj magazyn jest wszędzie zwiększany, to dawaj magazyn. To tylko jest na tych urwiska monarchy, nie? Jakby tylko tutaj jakby działają te rzeczy. I można sobie teoretycznie zrobić coś, na przykład, nie wiem, full do zbierania, jakąś lokację. Full na przykład, nie wiem, że full zbieranie, full na przykład, nie wiem, pod crafting. Dobra. Czas się lognąć. Także co? Hello.